Good morning, all of you.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, Mohan sir.
Good morning, everybody.
गुड मॉर्निंग सर। आप चाय पीते पीते ले रहे हो या कॉफी पीते पीते क्लास कर रहे हो?
यार मुझे मेरा वीडियो बंद करना पड़ेगा, पहले आपका है ना। ये गलती हो गई, अभी बंद कर रहा हूँ। पकड़ा गया।
नहीं
पकड़ा
नहीं,
गया।
कोई बात नहीं।
अभी अभी चाय आई है, हाँ इसलिए।
दिस इज वन बेनिफिट ऑफ वर्क फ्रॉम होम। आई मीन व्हाई get deprived of it?
हाँ आई नो। आई एम एट ऑफिस।
गुड। हम भी आ रहे हैं कल से, और क्या।
हम्म।
Okay, good morning. I believe we have sufficient members. We can start. Others will keep on joining in. Now, this is the final day of our 5-day FDP, and today's topic that we will have the session on is writing and publishing cases, which will jointly be taken by Dr. Abhinav Singh and me. Now, we've had many sessions on, when I say many, I mean a few more than one, definitely, sessions on case writing before. We've had a couple of sessions taken by Abhinav sir himself, along with a team of faculty members, Kedar sir, Dhaval Mehta ji, Bala Bhaskaran ji. So we have quite a few sessions already done on writing cases. Can I please request the faculty members to keep their audio on mute? Dipti ma'am, if possible. Yeah. So today's session, we'll start with a statutory warning that this is not about how to write cases. We will not be discussing or talking or dealing in detail with the hows, the techniques of writing cases, क्योंकि इस पे sessions काफी हो चुके हैं. Yes, they will be touched upon in brief by either me or by Abhinav when we will make our presentation. But the focus will be on writing effective cases, good cases that can get us published in quality journals and say websites. So the focus is more about the publishing aspect, not about the writing aspect. But yes, we'll talk about both. Why write cases? Now, these sessions are more of experiential sessions. What what Abhinav sir, we have felt on writing cases, what we've experienced, what we've gone through. So, my experience is that much of our research that we do, it remains an academic exercise. Yes, we suggest hypotheses, we find out correlations, we find out a lot of interactions between variables, but those research remain purely academic and maybe or not much accessed by students. And we know our students very well कि वो कितना एक्सेस कर पाते हैं इस प्रकार के पेपर्स को, या करते भी नहीं होंगे, तो वो एक जर्नल में ही सीमित होकर रह जाता है. इट गेट्स restricted to a publication. Unlike a case which, if written carefully, which written with patience and care, we can apply it in a classroom setting, and which I feel we can use much more effectively in teaching. The last two sessions, Priyanka ma'am was taking a session on writing and pedagogy, how we can get close to the students. Case studies are one of the better ways of interacting with students, of getting them to open up, getting them to discuss. Now, it could be a structured case study, it could be an unstructured case study also. I'll again come to that. But I personally feel that a case can be used much more effectively in a class. It doesn't remain a pure academic exercise. It becomes a much more practical tool. As a faculty, we get a chance to understand and tackle concepts in a much more hands-on manner for ourselves as well as for the class at large. I mean, we if you go beyond these four P's of marketing or the basic finance or HR terms, there are a lot of concepts which, while teaching, we feel, yeah, if you had some good practical situation with us, it would have been good to explain, better in explaining it. But if we have written a case study on any such model, any such theory, any such topic, explaining it to students becomes much easier. For students, grasping the concepts become much easier. So this is one, I believe, a benefit of writing cases, that understanding of concepts, even for ourselves, becomes, I mean, when I first read about the Blue Ocean Strategy, ठीक है, it was a strategy, पढ़ लिया समझ लिया, examples दिए थे, but when I write a case on Blue Ocean Strategy, my understanding of the theory definitely becomes much better, and I can relate the strategy to everyday life happenings, what around us, and that information, that message, I can pass on to the students possibly in a much more effective manner. And finally, a well-written case can be as exhausting, as mentally, emotionally satisfying as a research paper also. I mean, yes, the current academic trend is towards writing research papers. लोग research paper लिखते हैं. There are people who will, run down case studies के they're not accepted या अच्छे नहीं होता है. They'll not give you a lot of credibility. But Kedar sir, we've attended a workshop done by the Case Center. They discussed the case with us on, I think, shaving, Dollar Shaving Club. Now, that case itself was more than a 10-page long case and a 17 pages long case, and the teaching note was around 25 pages. So, if you look at the exhaustive nature of that case, it was no less than a research paper. Yes, maybe उसमें खाली आपके statistical tools नहीं था, analysis नहीं था, but otherwise the pains behind it, the efforts behind it, and the satisfaction of the output was no less than we get from a research paper. I mean, if I remember correctly, when they were teaching note discuss कर रहे थे, the teaching note there had 5 questions, and each question took up 1 day of discussion. I mean, that's what the case authors told us. When they discussed that case in the class, each question took up 1 full day of discussion. So one case gave us 5 days of teaching. And the case was not on one topic. It was on marketing, packaging, supply chain, even finance. So what we should understand is that a case can give us a lot of mileage in forms of our understanding also, and it can be proved to be very satisfactory. Now, coming to the topic agenda for today, from good to great, how do we become most of the written one or maybe more than one case? सबका थोड़ा बहुत case writing में exposure हो चुका है. So now how do we become better case writers? As of now, most of our cases have seen publication either in the Case Center book, and a few of us have published in the Case Center, and a few of us have gone for the Emerald cases also, which Abhinav will discuss in much more detail. But then how can the majority of us become better case writers? I mean, there's a structure which was explained to us, which was told to us. I mean, a couple of webinars and workshops that I attended online. You see, when you are starting to write a case, don't start with the topic. No, you first think of the theory or the model that you want to talk about, that you want to discuss, that you want to explain, that you want to teach. It is like our research objective. What do we want to research on? So here, think of what do we want to write a case on. Let's not talk about the actual company or the incident or the organization. Just think about what is the model that we want to discuss. What is the objective that we want to start with? So if you can spend some time on this and take up a model which is currently in vogue. I mean, let us move away from those, typical statutory 4 Ps of marketing and all those ANSOS matrix, and come on to more evolved theories in marketing or finance or HR or operations. If you can think of the suitable model, and then we can think of topics and themes. Now, topics and themes are all around us. We just need to keep our eyes and ears open. And if we are having or indulging in a decent habit of reading nothing but our daily newspapers, either on the mobile phone or on a physical hard copy, topics will actually jump out at us from different sources. For example, I mean, I was just going through some of my notes from some previous case writing workshops. There, one such workshop dealt with what case topics can evolve out of COVID. COVID है, pandemic है, lockdown है. Now, how can we use this pandemic to write cases? And we came up with such wonderful ideas, and not simple ideas, mind it, pretty complex ideas on which we can write. For example, uh, most of you must have seen a document which is floating around on WhatsApp and Facebook. It deals with a letter written by Tata Steel. They talk about giving some kind of a benefit to families of those who have families of Tata Steel employees who have expired during this COVID pandemic, of COVID that is. They have said that if an employee at the age of 40 has succumbed to COVID, then assuming his retirement age is at 60 and his current salary is 50K, the family will be receiving that 50,000 per month salary till the age of 60 for the next 20 years. Now that is an initiative taken by Tata Steel management. आपने अगर आज का पेपर देखा है, आज के इकोनॉमिक बिजनेस वाले पेज पे टाइम्स ऑफ इंडिया के एक इसी लाइन पे आर्टिकल है ऑन व्हाट लॉट ऑफ कंपनीज आर डूइंग फॉर कोविड रिलीफ फॉर देयर एम्प्लॉइज. So this can itself become a wonderful topic for an HR case, as in policies, HR policies during COVID. Now, I'm sure if you think about it, इस पे research paper तो बन ही सकता है, but then the kind of breadth and scope we can have in writing a case on this HR, on leadership, on organizational values during COVID. So this can give us material for a good case. Or if you look at collaborative management, collaborative working, हम लोग जॉइंट वेंचर्स वगैरह पे केसेस लिखते हैं, बट अगर कोविड को इस्तेमाल करके लिखना है, वी कैन लुक एट दी टाइप्स बिटवीन से एस्ट्राजेनेका, ऑक्सफोर्ड एंड SII मैन्युफैक्चरिंग द एस्ट्राजेनेका वैक्सीन इन इंडिया. So what are the operational challenges, the IPR challenges, the manufacturing challenges? What are the kind of contracts entered into while developing this kind of logistical system? कितना आपको एक्सपोर्ट करना है, कितना आप लोकली नेशनली बेच सकते हो, प्रोक्योरमेंट कैसा होगा. अगेन दिस कैन मेक अ वंडरफुल केस इन लॉजिस्टिक्स, इन ऑपरेशंस, इन सप्लाई चेन, और इवन इन IPR, इन पेटेंट्स. सो ईच ऑफ such incidents which are being published in newspapers, and they told us, I mean, आप जब पेपर पढ़ते हो, read the articles with that questioning mindset कि what theory, what problem can I address with this particular story, with this particular article, and see whether or not you can incorporate. Currently, I'm talking purely of secondary data wale cases. I'm not talking of primary data also. So all these incidents can lead us to developing pretty strong, pretty good secondary data based cases, which we can also get published. There is nothing that says कि आपने को primary data से ही केस लिखना है. Now during COVID, I took up one particular. I had a friend who had a chain of restaurants in Kolkata. Particular friend, they 6 साल बड़े हैं, but we grew up together. So I thought, let me talk to him as to what they are doing in managing COVID. So I had pretty long telephonic conversations with him, questionnaires. He asked his marketing head to talk to me. So we had almost 2-3 months of conversations, which gave me preliminary data. Now, using that data along with all information accessible on the website, other news reports, I could develop a case. So topics, themes, हमारे 4-5 हैं, उसको हम किस तरह इस्तेमाल करना चाहते हैं, primary database, secondary database, it is up to us. If the more topical themes that we choose, the more relevant themes that we choose, possibly the better scope we have, the better chance we have of getting published. In the month of, I believe, January or February, Abhinav shared a case competition with us, the International Journal of Entrepreneurship and Innovation. Now, they talked about cases dealing with entrepreneurs in emerging markets. It was not a competition per se, it was more of invitation for sending in cases, they'll get them published. So such, if you now look at the title of the journal itself, talking of entrepreneurship and innovation, and many of us have written cases on our map-based projects, which mainly, this was a special issue of us, So many of us have written cases based on map projects done by students. Now, those map projects mainly dealt with entrepreneurship and or innovation. So if we are aware of such things happening around us, we can develop those cases further to become possibly journal ready. I developed a case on entrepreneurship based on for that particular journal, the special issue of the journal, and they found it interesting enough and they got it published. So इस प्रकार से हम लोग देखेंगे कि अगर आपको और relevant topics choose करते हैं, so we have a chance of becoming possibly better case writers. Yes, goes without saying, the more you read, the more ideas you will develop on writing cases, the more content you will have, the more you can recollect कि मैंने कहाँ पर क्या पढ़ा था, उसको मैं कैसे इसको integrate कर सकता हूँ. And trust me, from my experience, reading helps a lot, because a lot of old articles that I have read, maybe even 5 years, 10 years, 12 years back, I can Google for them. That's the benefit of having Google. You can bring out those articles and take out excerpts from them and add them to your case to make it more relevant. So, and reading not just newspapers and magazines, but more of even management books. So you can relate a lot of theories, what people have done, what people have said into your cases. Writing cases requires extensive background research. Whether we are doing primary data-based cases or secondary data-based cases, you have to do background research, which is similar to our literature review in your research papers. Even if you're writing a primary database case on a restaurant, which I did, you do a lot of research on the entire restaurant business in India, globally, क्या चल रहा है, eating out, कैसा growth हुआ है. So all that information you require to be able to write your case properly. ध्यान रखना, writing a case is the easy part. The actually more difficult part is writing the teaching note. And Kedar sir covered it in one of his sessions, how to write a teaching note. But oftentimes, a good quality teaching note will actually give you a better chance of getting published than the case. The case is more of a, I can say, a narrative. It's a story. Case likhna, I feel, is comparatively easier. Writing a teaching note requires more of your knowledge as an educator, more of your knowledge as a faculty, and maybe even as a research person also. So, जितना आप reading अपना फैलाओगे, scope बढ़ाओगे, उतना आपको benefit मिलेगा in constructing your teaching notes as well as your case. Writing quality does matter. When I say writing quality, I mean spellings, I mean grammar, I mean sentence constructions. Unfortunately, our national journals जो होते हैं, ये केस पब्लिश करते हैं, जहाँ पे हम लोग पैसा देके पब्लिश करते हैं, they care two hoots about your quality of English or grammar or sentence construction. They'll not be too much bothered. They're only bothered with किसका 1500 आया, 2000 आया, ठीक है, हो गया. But the moment you go for established journals, the reputed journals, जहाँ पे the brand matters, brand is important, जहाँ पे पैसे की बात नहीं करते हैं, वहाँ पे I have realized they pay much more closer attention to your writing. For example, the case center, now they are very clear about the quality of your English being used in the cases. They'll point out. The journal I talked about, special issue talked about International Journal of Innovation and Entrepreneurship and Innovation. They actually highlighted and pointed out sentences which are incorrectly constructed. They had specified, we want British English. So जहाँ पे American spellings था, they had pointed it out कि change करे. जहाँ पे लगा कि grammatical construction गलत है, उन्होंने उसको highlight करके वापस भेजा. So they do such stuff. They do pay attention. So I don't know how many of us have experienced this, but my case was returned to me 3 times because of grammatical flaws and constructions and spellings. And I used to think I was pretty good at writing English, but then I realized that yes, there are people who are better than me also. But yes, ज़्यादा मेहनत नहीं करना पड़ा, but then करना पड़ा. Even case center में पहले 2 cases वापस आए थे because of incorrect grammar, wrong spellings. They simply say the writing was not up to the mark. The quality of writing was not up to the mark. तो वहाँ पे आपको ये पता करना है why was it not up to the mark, वो आपको देखना पड़ेगा. So either we collaborate with somebody who's good at writing or we improve our writing. The choice is ours. But then yes, writing quality does matter. Lastly, but definitely not the least, planning ahead for the classroom. As I said in the first slide itself, the case that we write is not meant for to simply lie dormant in our journal or in a book. The case is meant to be taught. We all have done an MBA and we all have been taught cases, through cases, by our teachers, by our faculty members. If I can plan ahead कि मैं इस केस को क्लास में कैसे पढ़ाऊंगा या पढ़ाऊंगी, और क्लास में मैं किस क्वेश्चंस को एड्रेस करने के लिए केस लिख रही हूँ और लिख रहा हूँ, if I can start with that question, basically what I'm saying is we have to plan for our teaching note first before we even get down to writing the case. Yes, it sounds odd, but if we can first plan our teaching note, writing the case is actually much more easier. If I know this is what I want to address, this is what I want to talk about, this is what I want to discuss. केस तो स्टोरी है, वो आप कैसे भी उसको मोड़ के तोड़ के उसको मरोड़ के अपने हिसाब से बैठा सकते हो, बना सकते हो. From one single incident, I have written cases on two radically different topics. One on supply chain, one on marketing. एक ही ऑर्गेनाइजेशन को बेस करके I have written two different cases. It depends on what I want to teach, what I want to talk about or discuss. So if you can follow these simple steps, I believe we can become better case writers. Moving further in search of excellence, now we have to now move beyond compact cases. Yes, we have written a couple of or more compact cases, दो पेज के map based या our interview based compact cases लिखे हम लोगों ने, most of us, there are few exceptions. But then the good journals will look at good quality cases, और जहाँ पे वो good quality की बात करते हैं, they never say कि compact cases accepted नहीं होंगे. But then even we understand that it is very difficult to fit in lot of ideas and concepts within a 2000 word or 1000 word का compact case. So typically the word limit is 6000, 7000. So 7000 word would be in roughly 10 to 11 pages. 10 to 11 pages of cases including आपके exhibits. ठीक है, आप उसको अगर include नहीं भी करना चाहोगे तो भी आप 7000 वर्ड में आप 8 से 10 पेज का एक सुंदर सा केस अगर लिखना है आपको, it can now not remain a compact case. It will become now again as a rigorous work as a research paper in terms of background, industry background, company background, financials, their actually what is happening on the ground. So we have to now start thinking big. That is one big step in getting us published in better journals. We have to focus on teaching notes. Now, as we have been requesting you to send in cases based on your map-based projects or students, और आप cases भी भेजे हो, teaching notes भी भेजे हो. I don't know about other reviewers. If I can give simply my review, जो मैंने पढ़े हैं, we have a problem here because cases फिर भी we are generating of decent enough quality. ठीक है, where we lacking possibly could be the quality of grammar English. Otherwise हम लोग केस के फैक्ट्स अच्छा पेश कर पा रहे हैं. दिक्कत जो आ रही है वो आ रही है हमें टीचिंग नोट्स में. So teaching notes में you have to now see how you can add value. Now what we can do is जो हम रीडिंग मटेरियल की बात कर रहे हैं, जो डॉलर शेविंग नोट वाला टीचिंग नोट का केस था, we'll share with all the faculty at the end of the session as part of your material. You can go through the teaching notes and see how exhaustively that has been constructed. And अगर उस पैटर्न का, उस नेचर का टीचिंग नोट हम लिख सकते हैं, then there is no reason why we cannot not just take part in contests and competition, but even win such competitions. I mean, you realize that this is no less than a chapter in a book. इसमें कितने कितने हम लोग concepts discuss कर रहे हैं, तो इस पर थोड़ा focus करना पड़ेगा. इस पे हम लोग बात कर चुके हैं, and lot of the material Priyanka madam has already covered in terms of writing. So I'll not again repeat that once again. That material is with us, the quality of writing. So इस पे हमें ध्यान रखना है. And a small change is required in our mindset that case publication will be considered as academically valuable as our research paper publication. आपको external agencies कोई कुछ भी कह दे, but then please understand that a Scopus publication and emerald publication of a case will be as valuable as the publication of a research paper. Many of us, I'm the first person to accept it, I don't have that research mindset in also writing a research paper. मेरे से नहीं होता है. केदार सर has expressed surprise. कितना मैथ्स में एमएससी करने के बाद भी कैसे नहीं लिख पाते हो? नहीं होता है वो मैथ्स एमएससी करके डर हो गया मैथ्स का. इसे नहीं किया जाता है. So I have that psychological block. I find writing cases much more cathartic, much more satisfying, and I feel that when I've got my cases published in good journals, I believe they should be given the same, and they will be given the same respect as a research paper published in a Scopus journal also. So this is a mindset shift required. Like yes, not everybody can write a research paper. Yeah, आपको लिखना है to be in practice, please. But then, if you feel you're much more comfortable writing case studies, please do so. But then, if you can get them published in good quality journals, that will be an added bonus. So that was my lead off. I had this much to contribute, but then Abhinav has definitely much more valuable content to share with you. So I'll now pass on the baton to Dr. Abhinav Singh, and he will take over with his experiences and inputs on writing cases. Dr. Singh, is this slide visible? Publishing cases at Emerald?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So Abhinav, you can start. You tell me when to change the slides. I'll change the slides. Abhinav, sir.
Yeah, Subhashish. I
Abhinav, sir, can you see the slide now?
I still can't see the slides. I can still see your last slide, in search of excellence.
Okay. Wait.
Should I exit and?
I'll do.
Yeah.
I'll do. I'm going to take my cup.
I think meanwhile, a good thing is that based on the presentation of Subhashish, we can have a few questions put up. Can we have a few questions coming from the participants? We have a lot of time.
Sir, I had a query, like, the video which was sent by you guys of the Ambril publication, it was said that in the case we should not write something which is fictional, it should be fact-based. And,
Okay.
That makes it much more viable for the study. So is it right we should not use anything fictional, or we can add it on like?
No, I will come to that query of yours when I talk about my presentation.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, yeah. Subhashish can address it from his side.
But is it visible now, sir, आपका slide?
Yeah, it's visible now. It's visible. Yeah.
मैडम देखिए, फिक्शन मतलब आप उसको हम लोग पूरी मनगढ़ंत चीज न बनाएं. But then yes, see, when we are writing a case and we're talking about what has happened with a particular, say, business. Now, maybe all the data will not be with us. What we can say with full certainty is when the company was founded. Now, when we say in the initial days the company faced problems, now we might not know exactly किस प्रकार के problems face किए थे, but it's a generic statement और वो fiction होने के बावजूद वो सही होगा. So we can create such small what we call white lies in the cases, which I do liberally. मुझे एग्जैक्ट तो पता नहीं हमेशा कि वो प्रोटैगनिस्ट क्या सोच रहा है, क्या कर रहा है, तो कई चीजें मैं बना के लिख देता हूँ, वो चलेगा. ब्लेटेंटली फिक्शनल फैक्ट्स, फिक्शन कैन बी फैक्ट्स, फिक्शनल आइटम्स रिगार्डिंग द कंपनीज टर्नओवर या प्रोडक्ट्स, वो चीजें अवॉइड करने की बात किया गया है ना. सो आउटराइटली ब्लेटेंट थिंग्स वी हैव टू नॉट अवॉइड.
Yeah.
Sir, I believe you can start now. You tell me when to change, I'll change.
Okay, so we can probably have the questions coming at the end. And thank you, Subhashish. I think you put across your ideas in a very wonderful way. And you have put across points which I would like to probably adopt as well. And yes, in some cases, I would want to contradict as well. So that's how probably we would want to probably make it open. So I hope everyone can hear me. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so
Yes, sir, audible.
Yeah, thank you so much. So let me first put a disclaimer that the presentation I intend to make you is based on my experience, and of course a few colleagues of mine who probably have been co-authors, and it would probably talk about what I perceive and what I probably experienced as an author while publishing cases at Emerald. So can we have the next slide, please? Yeah. So I have actually structured my presentation around these lines from a poem by Rudyard Kipling. So Rudyard Kipling is more known for Jungle Book. He actually wrote a beautiful short poem for children called Six Honest Serving Men. So the initial lines say that I keep 6 honest serving men. They taught me all I knew. Their names are what and why and when and how and where and who. So these are questions which probably every one of us would probably want to consider while doing research, while writing cases, and we would want our students to adopt the same mental framework as well. So very shamelessly and without hesitation, I've adopted the whats and whys and whens and hows and wheres and whos for my presentation. Next slide, please. So let's start by probably looking at why. So why Emerald? And while finalizing the presentation, I had probably shared it with a few of my colleagues, and Dr. Kedar was kind enough to probably tell me that, you should probably start your presentation with why, which I had not done. So the credit of starting with why goes to Kedar. So first and foremost, very, very clearly and practically speaking, we are looking at a publication opportunity. The good thing is that when you're looking at publishing cases, teaching cases, discussion-based research cases, as they probably call it, you are looking at a rigorous review process followed by them, right? Goes without saying, you're looking at the journal, and you're looking at publication, and you're looking at reviewing of international quality. And the 2 journals of Emerald, which probably publish cases, are indexed in Scopus, and they are relatively prestigious. There are ample resources which have been shared by the publishers through their website called Emerald Insight. So one who probably has to start writing cases, or who probably wants to research on cases, or who probably would want to get ideas, does have access to resources. As far as Emerald is concerned, there is no 2 ways to probably deny the reputation they carry. So they are UK-based. They are the world's leading digital first publishers. They're known for the journals, books in the field of management and business education, and they've been around for over 50 years now, since 1967. From a contribution point of view, if you're looking at your own contribution, you're looking at your research, you're looking at the impact you would probably be making from the industry point of view for the industry. You're looking at your work being useful to other researchers, instructors, of course, the target audience, in this case, the students, okay? And yes, you're looking at the society as well. Now, does it actually help you recognize? Yes, it actually helps you position your work. If you're looking at case writing or case research, and if you're looking at Emerald as a platform, you can probably position yourself as an author. You can position yourself as a researcher. You'll get ample opportunities to review once you start publishing good cases, and then sky is the limit. You can be a part of an editorial committee. You would have opportunities to serve as an associate editor, and so on and forth. The good thing about Emerald, as far as cases are concerned, is that they've got numerous competitions, and Seaman is one of them. They would have special issues, and they would be having call for cases on special topics all around the year. So it's pretty engaging. It is pretty much relevant, and it probably helps you to decide, plan, your content and address context. Even if you probably don't read well, you can start reading after you probably identify a theme or a topic from the competition or from the special issue. The good thing, and many of you probably would agree, is that most of the journals, I think, would probably not pay you a penny, and many of them would probably charge you a small fortune. I have come across only a few journals who would actually pay you for your work. So in this case, if you're looking at Emerald emerging markets case studies, they would be paying you £100 or $100 if if your case gets selected and published. That's wonderful. One of the very important aspects of publishing cases in Emerald is that I personally feel, and I have felt it very, very clearly, that they handhold you, right? Their approach is developmental. They don't want to reject your work, right? Unless, of course, it's shabby or if it probably doesn't meet guidelines of a basic case or a teaching note, they would outrightly reject. But otherwise, even if you probably have made big mistakes or major errors, their approach would be to handhold. They would want to develop. They would want to mentor you. They would want to promote you to case writing and case research. And their review work is pretty much positive, right? So this is the first slide, why Emerald. I hope everyone has got it. Yeah. The second slide. The second slide again talks about the why. I think a part has been covered by Subhashish in his own way. We have been talking about why we should be writing cases. We established our own CPIMR case center. So we have come a pretty long way locally. And so Rebecca is one of the editor-in-chiefs of the two journals. I'll be coming to her later on. So she probably feels that these are the reasons why you should be writing cases. So first and foremost, it fills the pedagogical gap. So I think a very critical aspect of the teaching learning process is that we need to ensure that the students unlearn. They're able to relate theory to context. They're able to relate theory to practice. So I think this is where probably cases, teaching cases and case research would play a very, very important role. Second, as an instructor, as a researcher, as a faculty, it stimulates, as a student, it would stimulate intellectual curiosity, right? It would make you think. It would make you think of options. It would make you simulate into real life situations. It would actually also probably make you realize gaps. It would make you research more. It would make you read more. It would actually make you go and talk to the industry, sit with them and find out, how it happens and how to probably connect the dots. Third point, very, very important. All of us have got pressures to publish. A very good thing about teaching cases or case research is that AACSB, so one of the triple accreditation agencies in the world, they consider cases as a valid scholarly output. So if you're publishing cases in referred journals, if you're publishing cases in text journals, if you're publishing cases in well-known repositories, they are going to count, right? Of course, the impact. So the impact it would have on the student, the impact it would be having on the instructor, the impact it would probably have on the industry, on the researcher, and to the society as well. So I'll be talking about it in the subsequent slides. Very, very important. It creates links between industry and academia, right? Goes without saying. I think if you are looking at writing factual cases, if you're looking at writing primary data cases, it will help you create a link. It will help you establish a rapport with the industry. So when you go and talk to them, when you go and discuss the problems with them, when you have discussions with them, when you have got interviews with them, when you observe, right? So you learn from them. Maybe they learn something from you. So, it creates a link. Sharing best practices, right? With the industry to us, with the instructors across the world. Okay, looking at different markets, positioning your case in Emerald will probably take you and help you achieve the same thing. And yes, the outreach to industry. So these are few of the reasons why you should be writing cases as per Rebecca, right? Can we have the next slide? Yeah. So now coming to the where. So if you're looking at Emerald, if you're looking at the Emerald case collections, you have more than a few opportunities to probably write and publish your cases. The first two, of course, are the journals. So you're looking at emerging markets case studies, okay? And you're looking at the case journal. They also have a repository, the Case for Women, and Forte, the sponsors, okay? There's a competition going on, and one could probably also use that platform to publish cases and get recognition for their work and get awarded. And just like Case Center, Emerald also is having licensed case partners. They have their tie-ups with a lot of B schools across the world. And in fact, one of the licensed case partners also includes IMA. So one could access the cases of IMA through the Emerald case collections, of course, by paying a fee or probably becoming a member. Yeah. Next slide. Yeah. So now, so why? Okay. And so now, then you're looking at where. Now we're looking at who. So just like in a good case, if you're looking at Emerald, I feel that we are having two major protagonists here. So we are looking at Dr. Michael Goldman, okay, who's the editor-in-chief of Emerald Publishing Emerging Markets Case Studies, and he's currently also the president of NACRA, okay, which publishes one of the renowned case journals, Case Research Journal. And we've got Dr. Rebecca Morris, who's editor-in-chief of the Case Journal. So मेरा ऐसा मानना है कि अगर आपको केसेस एमरल्ड में पब्लिश करने हैं तो आपको इन दो प्रोटैगनिस्ट का ध्यान रखना है, इन्हें टारगेट करना है, इनके काम को देखना है, इनके एक्सपेक्टेशंस को मीट करना है, और आपकी पहली अपॉर्चुनिटी तब आएगी जब आप उनको एक लेटर लिखेंगे, जब आप अपना पहला केस सबमिट करेंगे. So it's a good way to probably say how you probably like their work or how you probably have written the case, keeping their expectations in mind. So it is one way to probably market your work and, target them and ensure that you probably are getting a favorable response from the two of them. So we are looking at Rebecca and Michael. So henceforth, I'll be referring or indicating them as Rebecca and Michael respectively. Next slide. So who? What? What are they looking for? So what do they want you to probably do? And I'll not go into detail here because these things have been echoed or reinforced by all of us in the previous sessions and the workshops we had. Okay, and Subhashish also probably covered major points in his previous presentation. So first and foremost, let us be clear that we are basically here from their expectations point of view, looking at a teaching case. It's not an article case. They're not looking for an article case. They're not looking for a research case. They're looking for case research. They're looking for a teaching case. They're looking for a discussion-based case study. And this is how they probably differentiate themselves from probably Case Center or Ivy or the other journals which probably invite case studies or cases. So in the case, as far as the case is concerned, they are looking at the following keywords. There should be a decision. There should be a date. It should be written in past tense. There has to be a dilemma thread throughout the entire case. It's very, very important to use quotations to effectively bring the voice into the narrative, right? There has to be a sense of urgency. You need to define and clearly indicate the protagonist and the major characters in the case. There has to be a clear context, right? It has to be written in a descriptive form. So you need to tell a story. It has to be real. So even if you probably disguise the case, it has to be real, right? So for certain reasons, you may not be able to say certain things. And if it happens to be primary, again, there may be a need to disguise it. So it cannot be fictional. It has to be real. Okay, very, very important. It has to be identifiable. Okay. Again, geographic specificity is clearly explained. If it is an Indian case, if it is an Ahmedabad-based case, so you probably need to mention it very clearly out there. Okay, no solutions or answers need to be integrated in the case, otherwise it ceases to be a case. It cannot be fictional. Lots of dramas, lots of drama in the case, which ensures that the students can't put it down. They would want to rate it. They would want to discuss it. They would want to ask you a lot of questions, and then that probably ensures that it's a wonderful case, right? Then the data collection, or we probably are looking at the methodology. So if you're looking for primary data case, if you're looking at a factual case, it is interview-based, right? Where you may probably get access to internal documents by the companies. There would be meetings, right? You would be having your own observations. Okay. And if it's a secondary data case, then it is based on published sources. So one of the teaching material which was provided to you, which talks about publishing good quality secondary cases. So IV. So the IV cases, there they probably mention their secondary data cases as published sources wala cases. And Subhashish rightly said that there's a growing acceptance of published sources cases, but they really need to be rigorous and they need to meet the guidelines and the requirements of the concerned repository or the journal. Even MRL would be accepting secondary data cases, but they have a preference, they have a clear preference for primary data cases and factual cases. It so happens that probably if you have a primary data case, it would be reviewed and it would be accepted and published faster than a secondary data case, right? Then, of course, we come to the teaching note aspect. So Subhashish probably put that point in his earlier presentation, that teaching note actually sometimes is more critical. It should actually aid the instructor that, he would probably be preparing on a Sunday night and then he would be taking up that case and using it for his discussion in the class. And there are some important keywords which you probably need to ensure are a part of your teaching notes. So you are looking at the teaching objectives, you're looking at the pre-readings or the select readings or the videos, you're looking at the references. One thing which probably MRL would do, which others would not do, is that they would expect you to write the methodology. So this is where, again, it indicates that they have a research focus as far as their cases are concerned, right? They would want you to probably mention the keywords in the case which have been covered, okay, through your teaching note, the target audience, okay, who's supposed to use it, are going to probably use with them. Very, very important, again, where probably MRL differentiates from the others as far as cases are concerned, that they want you to actually do literature review. They want you to use quality literature and theories, variables, and models to write your assignment answers. So this would, for them, demonstrate scholarship by use of good quality literature. Try to understand that unlike normal articles where a researcher is addressing a researcher, here in the case of case research, or here in the case of teaching cases, or here in the case of discussion-based research cases, you are addressing the researcher, you are addressing the student, you are addressing the instructor, you are addressing the industry, and you may be addressing the society as well, right? And of course, making an impact, very, very important, which Rebecca also covered. So they would want you to make an impact in the class. They would want you to probably make it relevant and useful for the instructor. They would want you to probably make an impact with the industry or the company or the executive or the protagonist you're working with. And eventually they would want your case to make an impact to the society as well, to be of utility, to be of use, to probably be useful or helpful in developing theory. और अगर आपने वो सीमेन का वेबिनार अगर आपने देखा है जो मैंने आपके साथ में शेयर किया था, so there Michael Goldman has clearly indicated that many of the well-known Harvard professors have actually made an impact through their cases, through their case research, and he probably quoted the example of Clayton Christensen, who is a major propagator of disruptive innovation, very clearly engaged in qualitative and longitudinal research. Again, one of the major methodologies which would be used to write a teaching case or to write to do case research, right? Actually, clearly indicates that there is an impact which has to be made through your case eventually. Again, one of the American Marketing Association editorials which I had shared with you, okay, in the teaching material, if you remember, right? So the point is very clear here that they would want research to strongly connect with practice. It cannot be discussed or it cannot be talked about in isolation. So this point has been emphasized in the editorial article which I have shared with you, where they're talking of marketing thinking and doing. And it makes a strong case for stronger interactions between the two worlds, the academia, the researcher world, and the practice world or the industry world. And interestingly, if you go through the editorial, it's a wonderful editorial. They have considered weaving as an analogy. So individual fibers have value separately. When combined, they can produce useful materials or beautiful cloth. So yes, in this case, they expect that you integrate your case research with the industry. It connects with practice. Okay, it is research oriented. It is longitudinal. You develop your rapport with the industry, and you ensure that information or that knowledge or the decision situation or dilemma or issues or problems are being discussed or passed on to the target audience, mainly the students in our case, right? So, and of course, here is where probably Subhashish talked about looking beyond complex cases. And I, incidentally, in 2019, I started talking about complex cases, and I have yet not written a complex case. And all this while initially trying to write a complex case, I have not been able to write it. I ended up writing my last case, which probably ran into 20-25 pages. Okay, and collectively, the teaching note made it around 45-50 pages. And I'm currently working on a complex case. If you look at Emerald, Rebecca in particular, the editor-in-chief of the case journal, she is a huge supporter of the compact cases. And I have shared her editorial in the reading material to you. She talks about the importance of compact cases. And considering the current situation where students are hard by to get, and the things have become more difficult thanks to online teaching, right? It is very, very difficult to probably ensure that we retain the attention span of our students, right? The retention is also selective. So probably a 2-page or a 3-page or a 4-page or a 5-page case, in the language of Rebecca, she probably is looking for a 1,000-word case, which is very difficult to write. So you are probably able to address the situation or the case or the problems or the dilemma to the students in a much more easier way. So she talks about the importance of complex cases. She quotes the contribution to complex cases to her mentor, who talks about what you should be considering while writing complex cases. So your cases or your complex cases should sing. And they talk about the 4 P's of cases. So you need to look at the problems, you need to look at the people, you need to look at the pieces, and you need to look at the possibilities. So using the 4 P's, how you can write a good compact case. She, in her editorial, talks about 7-8 compact cases, and very, very importantly, which I probably feel the case center of ours can probably adopt it to write the future lot of cases, is use of hackathons. So she talks of a process which she probably uses in her workshops, is by engaging groups of 4 or 5 participants and make them sit for 4 to 5 hours and generate teaching objectives and case. So in 4 to 5 hours or 4 to 6 hours in a day, they generate teaching objectives and cases, and then in the subsequent day, they probably write exhibits and they write a teaching note. And she said that probably 5 such cases made it to the case journal. So maybe, yes, in case if you probably want to write a good compact case, it's a good editorial, okay, and you can adopt her suggestions, and you can probably also use it to write your compact case for the journal. But yes, the compact cases need to be clearly factual. You will not be able to write compact cases based on secondary data of published sources, right? Yeah, next. Okay, so although I would not want to talk about how to write a case again and again, but again, so this is what Michael is looking for in a case, and this aspect was covered in his presentation in Siemens, right? So broadly, if you're writing a case, you have an opening section, you have a narrative, and you need to adopt a language style. So when you're looking at the opening section, you are looking at the protagonist, you're looking at the dilemma, and you're looking at the date. So date is primarily ingrained in the opening para, and it is precisely why a case is always written in past tense, period, right? Second, the narrative. So the narrative has to be past tense, right? They essentially will be looking at endnotes and sourcing. They would not be looking at footnotes as in the case of IV cases, right? They would expect you to have a storytelling flow, and there has to be a dilemma thread. It has to be carried not just in the opening or the end para, it has to be carried across the case, right? And goes without saying The language style, it has to be objective third person. It has to cater and target an international audience. And yes, you need to be very, very particular about your English editing. So these are probably some points. It could probably be something which one would want to consider while writing a good case, as far as Emerald is concerned. Next. So now, yeah. तो मैंने सोचा कि मैं अपनी बेइज्जती खुद करूं यहाँ पे, और हाउ मैं आई टॉक अबाउट हाउ द रिव्यूअर्स comments actually helped me or probably motivated me or probably made me angry to write better cases. And most of the points which have been covered in the next few slides are essentially comments coming from the reviewers in the first review, right? So my experience with Emerald is that initially we probably went through at least 3 reviews. After that, it has been a couple of reviews, and the first review would always have a reviewer who would probably really put you down. He or she would be actually very, very critical. So, but I tell you, it really helps. And here is where I would probably want some of my co-authors to also share their experience, and I'll be calling them soon. So let me start by the first point, and I can then probably continue with it. I've mentioned in the brackets the points and the areas that they probably are indicating in terms of the review. First one, dilemma is not very prominent. So your case is a problem here. The current form of your case reads in a very dry manner. So it's written like an article. It's not written like a case. Teaching note is completely silent on the theory. So it is possible that what theories you have in mind for teaching or for probably relating to your case facts may not find affection or may not find a place in the hearts and minds of the reviewers. The fourth one suffers from a lack of publishable quality. And I got this comment for a case where I probably must have put a lot of hard work, and I would probably say would be my best case so far. So you can still probably get a comment like suffers from a lack of publishable quality overall, teaching note in case. Then the case is rich in data, but the data is a loose cannon and needs to be suitably applied in a rigorous framework. They can get overly critical, right? Even if your case is primary, it has got a lot of published sources, data, and if they probably feel it is not matching the standards or it is not relating the teaching note, they may probably make a comment like this, that data is a loose cannon. Then ये वाला तो बेइज्जती करने वाला है कि आपका जो काम है, it is a corporate PR exercise. So you're writing a case to probably make a company more popular or make a group more popular, as if you're an agent, right? So they can be pretty brutal here. Then lacks punch in terms of grammar, right? Then the response to an assignment question should be at least as good as you would expect from an A category student in your class. Now, the teaching note. In this case, when you draft your assignment questions, when you write the answers, they actually need to meet the expectations of the best response from the best student in the class. So it has to be rigorous. It has to be well researched. It needs to relate the theory. It needs to show how the framework or the model is being used, and so on and forth. Next point, I think, which Subhashish also talked about, the case is very well written. Okay, this one is positive. The case is very well written with minimal grammatical and syntactic errors. This came as a pleasant surprise to us. Then, why have you used past tense in the entire para? Teaching note. So, teaching note should not be written in past tense. So, one of the insights which probably you need to adopt is that you get so used to writing a teaching case that you carry that habit in the teaching note as well. You should ensure that your teaching note is not written in past tense, especially when you are concluding or you're talking about your ending part. The author is advised to change the theme to ESG performance, which is both the appropriate context as well as an area of growing interest for scholars and practitioners alike. So here, literally the reviewer is asking you to change your theory. He is taking over. He is business process re-engineering your case. वो आपको ऐसा बोल रहा है कि जो आपने किया है वो बराबर नहीं है. आप उसको completely change करो. So this can come as a huge setback. So it's a challenge for you to integrate such reviewer comments And you also need to convince him that you probably are thinking on the same lines, or whatever you have done earlier also needs to be accommodated. Then again, suggested readings and references. Are these prerequisites for the class? If yes, it is not realistic. Please explain which ones are essential and which ones are optional. So if you look at this particular review comment for the teaching note, so what probably it is highlighting is that in your teaching note, you need to have a section which talks about essential reading for the students or for the instructor, okay? And you also need to distinguish it with the ones which are optional. So very, very important insight which can come from a reviewer in this case is that your readings and references in a teaching note should be categorized as the essential ones and also the ones which probably are optional. You just can't prepare a detailed list and expect them to go through it in toto. Yeah. Next slide, please. Okay, so here is where I continue with the comments. So answers are highly conceptual and they do not reflect the facts from the case. So here the reviewer is having a problem in the teaching note where he is clearly indicating that your answers do not match or do not relate to the facts from the case. So a very, very important learning is that, writing a case and teaching note are iterative. You need to go back and forth. Whatever you discuss in the case has to be covered in the teaching note and vice versa. You cannot have anything in the teaching note which is not from the case, right? The case remains underdeveloped. It lacks complete narration of internal and external factors. So here is where the reviewer is giving insights where you need to make changes, where you need to introduce or where you need to integrate important paras or important parts or components of a case. So when you're talking about external factors, you are essentially hinting at the industry. Talking about internal factors, you're looking at a detailed discussion or detailed description of the company. Then suggested reading list is too long. So teaching note again, right? The epilogue, the postscript, which is written at the end of the teaching note, which is optional. So you describe or you talk about what happened after you wrote the case with the company or with the situation. So this was also criticized. Epilogue is weak and it doesn't say what the protagonist actually did. Then yes, number of language and grammatical errors came as a shocker in the case. Needs to include secondary data. A very, very important point here. So when you write a primary data case, and one of the ways you can probably make it comprehensive. And let me tell you that Emerald would be expecting you to write at least a case of length of around 2,000 words or more. Unless you are looking at a call for compact cases or you're writing compact cases, the minimum length for submitting a case in Emerald would be 2,000 words or more. So yes, when you're writing a primary data case, you need to include good quality and well-endorsed secondary data or public sources. Yes, 2 pages are not enough to narrate a complex managerial issue, the case, so it supports the previous point. Then, interesting, overall recommendation by the reviewer, you should develop a full case study and complement the teaching note. So yes, the case study and teaching note go hand in hand. At times, the teaching note is more important. It is a back and forth iterative process. So whatever is being covered in a case needs to be covered in the teaching note and vice versa. Now, this colored comment came from Rebecca. So I talked of hand-holding, mentoring, promoting, having a developmental approach. She very clearly indicated me in one of the reviews of the case that you either hire a professional editor to help you improve the writing or use software like Grammarly to improve the written expression. So initially it hit me because I also felt that, my language is fine. I mean, there's nothing wrong with the way probably I write. And while writing, I take care of the mistakes. But yes, so this is a developmental approach. It's a hand-holding. She wants you to improve. She wants your case to be published. She wants it to be, better in terms of the written expression. So you would find the editor-in-chief personally intervening and commenting and telling you what you should be doing. In fact, long time back, so one of the authors of our marketing textbook, Abraham Koshi, from IIM Ahmedabad, most of you would probably know him. So he had come for a session in my previous institute, and while interacting with him in the car, so he told me, Abhinav, you know that we do write cases, we do write articles for fantastic journals, but let me tell you that all our work is getting professionally edited. We don't edit it on our own. So it was a shocker to me. And why should someone of the level of Abraham Kochi, teaching at IIM Ahmedabad would need a professional editor for his research work? So he very clearly indicated that almost all the good researchers and faculty across the country, across the world, would be taking the help of professional editors. They would actually be taking services to ensure that their research and cases get published in the best of the journals and best of the repositories, right? And of course, the next comment, the instructor manual is decent and ticks most of the boxes for a good IIM. This comment actually came for a case of ours, which was rejected by one reviewer, but the instructor manual or the teaching note saved us. So one of the reviewers found the teaching note to be of exceptional quality. So again, it actually reiterates the fact that, at times the teaching note is more important than the case. So one of the reviews actually said that, your case is not a case, it's a exercise, right? And the instructor manual saved a day. And I would actually share the secret here. The teaching note or the instructor manual in this case was reverse engineered from an award-winning case written by the late Deb Pritam Purkayast. Okay, he wrote a case on the Indigo company. It was a cartoon case. And we adopted his teaching note to write our teaching note for this particular case. And the next comment, this comment again comes from Michael. So here is where probably we again look at the hand-holding, we again look at the developmental efforts, we again look at the mentoring approach of the editor-in-chiefs here. So Michael, in one of the reviews, clearly came to my rescue and said that I have conditionally accepted your case study and teaching note, and therefore invite you to respond to each of the reviewers' specific comments as you revise your manuscript. So interestingly, the reviewers had some problem, but Michael Goldman must have felt that the case and teaching note are good enough to be published. So he came to our rescue and he probably wrote that, he has conditionally accepted our case study. So they will ensure, that if you are doing a good job, if you have put good efforts, if your case and teaching note have promised, they will not reject it. They will handhold it. They will ensure that it makes into the repository or it makes into the journal. Right? Next slide. Okay, so a few more comments here. This is not a case. It is at best an exercise. There are no characters to identify with. Reject the case outrightly. Then the case has got structural issues. Then it has a very good teaching plan and many useful exhibits. Very elaborate list of references. You've done a good job in linking the case issues to current theory, practice, literature in the field intended for case use. Now, such comments can actually, do a world of good to your case writing. So they actually help you to do better, or they probably make you feel that you're on the right path. Then the name of the protagonist and key actors are missing. So Anu, so coming to one of your doubts. So here you can look at the comment of the reviewer. The name of the protagonist and key actors are missing. So reviewer ने clearly बोला कि आपने अपने केस में protagonist का या characters का नाम share नहीं किया है. I did not understand the logic of not naming the people even in pseudonyms, since the institution's name is mentioned. So you can guess that this was the case of CPIMR, and we had not mentioned the name of us, right? So he suggested consider putting up the names and develop the characters of the protagonist and key actors. This will help the students relate more to the case. A very, very important insight here coming from the reviewer. Then there should be some direct quotes from the protagonist, etc. in the case. This makes the case more lively compared to how it is written now. So in my subsequent cases, I have used a lot of quotations. And I think this is something which probably ensures that your case, is good. It is able to engage the students. It is lively. It has got pieces. It has got possibilities. It is very, very important for you to use quotations and direct quotes from the protagonists or from the characters in the case, right? Then yes, try to build up a tension with potential trade-offs, what might go wrong, the implications for failure from the case, right? Uh, Again, an important insight which came from a reviewer, and I probably find it a bit harsh, but then they were very clear. So if it is a strategy journal or if it is a strategy case, they would insist that there has to be some financial information which has to be integrated in your case, whether you do it in the case, whether you do it in a teaching note. Yeah. Yeah, any issues? Did somebody intervene? Shall I continue?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so a reviewer probably very clearly indicated that अगर आप एक strategy का case लिख रहे हो तो उसमें financial information होनी चाहिए और कहीं ना कहीं ये सही है क्योंकि strategy के case के अंदर एक multidisciplinary एक interdisciplinary approach होना बहुत जरूरी है. अगर आप entrepreneurship की बात करते हैं या strategy की बात करते हैं और आप business model की बात कर रहे हो या आप एक startup की बात कर रहे हो तो उसके अंदर अगर आपने financial information provide नहीं करी तो केस को डिस्कस करना या उसे रिलेट करना या टीचिंग नोट में एक्सप्लेन करना डिफिकल्ट हो सकता है. एंड ऑफ कोर्स the last point which I would probably want to share from the reviewer side, there are many sentences that do not read right in the case and some looks incomplete. So ये looks को मैंने हाईलाइट किया हुआ है क्योंकि रिव्यूअर गलती कर सकता है अपने ग्रामर में, आप गलती नहीं कर सकते हो. ये एक्चुअल रिव्यू का कमेंट है एज इट इज. आई होप यू अंडरस्टूड व्हाट आई एम सेइंग. सो राइट, ओके, नेक्स्ट लाइन. या तो अल्टीमेटली अगर आप केसेस लिखने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं या अगर आप केसेस लिख रहे हैं और अगर वो क्लास में आप पढ़ा रहे हैं और अगर आप वो शेयर कर रहे हैं लेकिन अगर वो पब्लिश नहीं हो रहा है तो फिर क्या फायदा. तो उसका कुछ आउटकम तो होना चाहिए ना. तो यस, तो 19 और 20 में जो थोड़ी बहुत मेहनत करी और इसमें मोर देन अ कपल ऑफ कलीग्स ऑफ माइन हैव अ मेजर योगदान. तो कब पब्लिश हुआ? सो 2019 और 2020 में जो काम शुरू किया उसका जो आउटकम है वो 2020 और 2021 में हुआ. सो टिल नाउ आई थिंक इन एसोसिएशन विद केदार and Mayur and Priyanka Pathak from the BPA department, I've been able to publish around 4 cases. So this is what I've been able to accomplish till now. Okay, after probably putting in a couple of years of efforts, trying to understand the requirements of the Emerald Reviewers, and of course meeting the requirements very clearly from the protagonist's point of view. In this case, we are looking at Rebecca and Michael. At this point of time, लेट मी इनवाइट माय कलीग्स, क्योंकि इनके बिना इस अकम्पलिशमेंट की अगर मैं बात करूंगा तो इसमें मजा नहीं आएगा. तो जो पहला स्टार्ट हुआ वो केदार के साथ में हुआ. जो पहला केस पब्लिश हुआ EMCS में, केदार वाज माय को-ऑथर एंड सब्सिक्वेंट केसेस में आई हैड मयूर as my co-author. So can I invite Kedar and Mayur to share their views?
Yes, sir. I think
Yeah.
You have been a positive push while writing such cases. Many times you used to tell me that अरे यार टाइम निकल जाएगा मयूर, क्या करेंगे, फटाफट पहले इस पे काम करते हैं, जो बना है उसको पहले फटाफट निकालो, चलो डिस्पर्स करो. तो वो एक आपका एक अच्छा रहा इसमें. Yeah, I think many whatever reviews we had received, I think we were able to send it back. We were able to reply them in a couple of few days only. आई थिंक जो भी हमने सेकंड रिव्यूज आए वो तो हमने सेकंड डे इमीडिएटली उसको रिस्पॉन्ड करके भेज दिया उन लोगों को. तो दैट हैज आल्सो वर्कड वेरी वेल फॉर ऑल ऑफ अस. एंड आई थिंक या द फर्स्ट रिव्यूज इन ऑल दिस केसेस वर क्वाइट चैलेंजिंग, critical थे, challenging भी थे, but we were able to accommodate their suggestions and we were able to improve upon and send it back to them. I think the fine part of Emerald is that their reviews are constructive. The editor-in-chief are quite supportive and they are not directly rejecting your cases, but they are giving a lot of constructive suggestions and reviews based on which we are able to build upon the good teaching cases also, right?
True.
And I think out of this, one of the case on Tata Trust, we have been developing one research case also. Uh, so that work is in process, and we'll be able to come out with one more output from it. Uh, so one again, big thanks to Abhinav sir also for pushing
Yeah.
us to.
Please talk about Emerald. Don't talk about me. Don't
नहीं नहीं,
embarrass
वो तो
me.
एमरल्ड तो है ही. माइकल एंड रेबेका, both of them had given me constructive
Any
suggestions.
insights you want to share from the methodology we adopted for the Tata Trust's case?
Yeah, sir. So far as Tata Trust is concerned, we had what we had initially developed. We didn't get any positive comments from the reviewers. So reviewers had some different dimension of thinking. So far as Tata Trust case is concerned, so we had to once we received the first review, we had to completely overhaul the case study from reviewers' point of view. So what we had thought of, we had to dismantle it, and we finally prepared the case study from reviewers point of view. So yeah, the Tata Trust case, the positively and sustainability contributing to the development of sport in India. A lot of management theories and models were suggested by the reviewers, and most of those models and theories were related to strategic management and corporate governance, which we had incorporated later on successfully. And thereafter, we are able to get the positive responses from them. So the
Here,
experience
I have
of
a query
right.
here.
Yeah, no,
Yes, ma'am.
please.
Sir, like the Tata Trust, the case which you published, I am very sure the data would be on the secondary database, like the
No,
collection and all.
it's
No.
primary. It's primary.
It was primary. So whenever we are doing a case study purely on the secondary database, so do we need to have a permission or citation is enough? Like,
No, I think for secondary database you don't need any permission, but for primary we need to produce
yeah.
case release form. मतलब uh, uh, duly signed by an organization or a person. So
So
in Tata
Mayur,
Trust, yes, sir.
yeah. So may I probably clarify here to Anu?
Yes, sir.
Anu, Anu, am
Yes,
I
sir.
audible? Yeah. So
Yeah, sir.
टाटा ट्रस्ट के केस के अंदर पब्लिश सोर्सेज और सेकेंडरी डेटा की कमी नहीं थी, लेकिन जितना भी सेकेंडरी डेटा हमने यूज किया था, it went through the lens of the company, the protagonist herself, and the PR head, the corporate communications head at the Tata Trust. They went line by line, and जो भी डेटा हमने उसके अंदर इंटीग्रेट किया था, that was either provided by the trust or endorsed by them. Okay, and the quotations from the protagonist, okay, are integrated in the case, and they were based on a qualitative methodology where we used semi-structured interviews, okay, and it was done through the Google Meet platform. Subsequently, I made a lot of phone calls to her, and we had a lot of exchange through mails as well. So very very comprehensive. So आपके primary data case के अंदर या factual data case के अंदर आपका public sources का data काफी मात्रा में हो सकता है, राइट? और जहां तक पब्लिक सोर्सेज केस की बात हो रही है या सेकंड डेटा केस की बात हो रही है, तो इट इज वेरी क्लियर दैट इट हैज टू बी बेस्ड फ्रॉम क्रेडिबल सोर्सेज. Your public sources data or your secondary data has to be coming from good places. It has to be well cited. So they will accept it. Lekin they will take a lot of time, and there would be a lot of comments, and there would be a lot of critical remarks with the secondary data cases. And I am assuming here, so my disclaimer comes here, that I am perceiving that secondary data case लिखना probably difficult है. अगर आप एक प्योर सेकेंडरी डेटा केस लिखते हो, सो go back to the reading material article which I have shared with you. It's a wonderful article. They expect more rigor, they expect more relevance. It has to be based on very very credible sources, क्योंकि वही रिव्यूअर्स को कंफ्यूज करेगा कि यार जो इसका सोर्स है वो क्रेडिबल है कि नहीं. And I'll share an experience of mine in the subsequent slide. So this is how it probably happens. So Anu, am I able to meet your doubts here?
Yes, sir. Perfectly, sir.
Yeah. And Kedar, can we have your comments too, Kedar?
Yes. Am I audible to everyone?
Yeah. Yes.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, see, first thing that the case of Motive Print is the only case which I have written and which has been published at a credible platform. I have written few other cases, but none of them have made it to this such a credible platform. So just based on one case, experience of one case, I don't know what contribution I can make to the discussion. But one thing I can reinforce is that consider reviewers as your friends. Reviewer comments, they do help. I'm saying it because if I compare my first draft, our first draft, which we submitted to Emerald, and the last version, which got accepted, there is a great difference. There is a significant difference in the writing and the quality. So that improvement came to the case because of reviewers' comments. And this thing, considering reviewer as your friend, it applies to any form of publishing, whether it is a case or a research paper. Second thing which I personally learned is while writing a case on primary data, your interviewing skills are really important. See, as you all know, case is also been accepted as a tool or a method of qualitative research. So what is common in writing a case and a qualitative research? The common thing is in both the cases, you need to interview people. You need to get things out of their mind, which they are not ready to share. So when you write more cases based on primary data, you automatically develop those interviewing skills, which will later on can help you in conducting a good quality research also. These are the two things that I can share.
So, Kedar.
Yes, sir.
Let me add to your argument here. I think in the first case we wrote for Emerald, the review comments were critical. Okay, and
Yes.
The second or the third time when they sent us the review comments, I told Kedar कि अगर इनको criticize करना है, तो फिर हम लोग submit क्यों करें? It seems that they probably want to criticize and reject our work. इतना time हो गया और मुझे समझ में नहीं आ रहा कि what they want from us. And at that point of time, we actually went for an extension. We requested them for more time. And at the end of that extra time, I again told Kedar कि यार मुझे अभी भी समझ में नहीं आ रहा कि करना क्या है. फिर केदार ने बोला नहीं सर अभी एक वीक सबमिट कर देते हैं, जो होगा देखा जाएगा. तो एक वीक में हमने सबमिट किया और 2 दिन उन्होंने वो केस एक्सेप्ट कर लिया. तो इट्स प्रोबेबल हार्ड वर्क वाला जो एफर्ट्स डालते आप खोदते आप सोचते हो कि चलो मैं भी हार जाता हूँ, इसके आगे मुझे कुछ मिलने वाला नहीं है. सो एक और बार आप शायद ठोकोगे तो आपको प्रोबेबली वो डायमंड या गोल्ड मिल जाता है ना किधर?
True, and in fact, this is applicable to any form of publishing.
Absolutely.
In case of research paper also, the process at times becomes so tedious and rigorous that you get demotivated. You think I should submit the article to some other journal or some other place.
Yes.
But if you continue doing it, you reach where you want.
Absolutely. The other insight which I would want to share from the case experience with Kedar is that, and it's an insight if you're looking for publishing cases in Emerald, you should use the platform of their competitions. So one good platform to probably start with and ensure that your case gets published in Emerald is to enroll in the competition. So जैसे सीमेन का competition उनका होता है, अगर आप सीमेन के कंपटीशन में एनरोल करते हैं और केस सबमिट करते हैं तो टाइम से पहले अगर आप सबमिट करेंगे तो आपको रिव्यू और कमेंट्स एडवांस में मिलते हैं. So they would actually help you to constructively make changes in the cases, which I feel subsequently can ensure that your case would be published in lesser time in the journal. And again, it ensures that the case would not be rejected, it would not be just rejected, you would be able to make meaningful changes and eventually make it to their volume. Right, na Kedar?
Yes, yes, true.
So using their competition वाला platform or their IPL platform or Ranji Trophy platform is a good idea. तो Emerald में अगर एंट्री करनी है तो आप उनके कंपटीशन में एनरोल करिए, या आप उनके जो कॉल फॉर केसेस आते हैं, स्पेशल इश्यूज आते हैं, जैसे हमने टाटा ट्रस्ट का केस लिखा था ऑन स्पोर्ट्स मैनेजमेंट, स्पोर्ट्स डेवलपमेंट. सो दैट वाज अ लर्निंग ऑफ सॉर्ट्स. So always use a platform where they invite, they want you to enroll in a competition, and that would actually help you to improve your work and increase the chances of getting it selected. Right?
Yes,
So,
yes.
yeah, Meet, you want to say anything? Meet?
No, sir, by mistake.
Acha, theek hai. So these are the outcomes which probably happened in the form of publications at Emerald, and it's an organic process. Let me tell you, like the first case with Kedar, I think the time span is 11 months. It took 11 months from submission to acceptance and publishing. The second case with Mayur and Priyanka, which talked about FetaCart, it took less than 8 months for acceptance and publishing. The case of Tata Trust took 6 months for acceptance and another month or two for publishing. And the case of the Management Institute in India, it probably took less than 6 months for getting selected and probably close to 7-8 months to get it published. So the good thing, the lessons are that as you write more, as you experiment more, as you probably keep the protagonists and the requirements of the journals, in the case of Emerald, in mind, you're likely to decrease the time and ensure that your work would be accepted at a faster rate. Right? And yes, the next slide. So yes, you can get really lucky here. So interestingly, so eventually once you start writing cases and your cases get selected in the journals, they actually invite you for review. So I was fortunate enough to review an unpublished case in March and May this year for a special issue of Emerald Emerging Markets case studies. And it's a very good exposure because you would come to know how people write cases, you get a chance to review, you get a chance to share your experience. This also actually indicates that Emerald, Michael Goldman and Rebecca, they have a hand-holding approach. They want to mentor you. They want you to play several roles. They want to recognize your work and they want to give you ample opportunities for the future. And the last slide. So this goes beyond Emerald. So this is important because I think while writing my cases at Emerald, I have always kept this particular framework in my mind. And I acknowledge the framework to Case Center. Case Center के जो competitions होते हैं, उसमें अगर आप उनका वो summary देखोगे तो उसमें ये framework authors ने, researchers ने use किया होगा. तो उनके case में they would have the following points. Number 1, who, the protagonist. Number 2, what, the company and the competitors and the other issues. Why, so the issues, the problems, the dilemmas, the problems. 4, when did it happen, where, the geographical location, the key quote from the protagonist or the major characters, and what do they wish to do in the near future and how do they intend to probably solve the problem. तो ये एक अच्छा framework है जो आप एक एक्सेल शीट में बना के आप जब केस पे काम करते हैं तो इन्हें आप कंसिडर करके आप अपने पॉइंट्स को इंटीग्रेट करके एक अच्छा केस लिख सकते हैं. सो यस, certain things can go beyond the Emerald world. A lot of insights from Case Center. You can get wonderful insights from Ivy, and you can get some very, very good insights from the other repositories and journals as well, as far as case writing is concerned. Let me just clarify that in the case of Emerald, they don't call it cases. They actually call it case research. So So there's an emphasis on the term research here. They want you to engage in long-term longitudinal research with the industry. They want your cases to be factual. They want your cases to have literature review. They want your cases to be rigorous. They want your cases to probably maybe contribute in terms of developing new models or new theories. So there seems to be a deliberate focus on the term research as far as emerald cases are concerned. So they label their case studies or they label their teaching cases as a part of case research. And Michael Goldman, as you may have seen it in the case of the webinar, he would refer to the cases as discussion-based research cases, right? I think I have spoken enough. So Priyanka, can we open up the forum for questions here? And maybe we can also discuss how can we probably take this ahead to the case center as far as our institute is concerned.
Sure, sir.
Yeah, please.
I request everybody present here to please go ahead and ask questions if you have. Sir, I would start by perhaps giving a comment here. I don't have a question, but the insights shared were absolutely wonderful because this has, I think, happened to all of us. Perhaps it has happened with me as well, that whenever we send something across for review, we got a lot of negative comments, and that is very disheartening. So it is good to see that it is not only me जिसने ये face किया है, it happens across. And Kedar sir, also thanks for saying that it happens with case studies as well as research papers. So I think we should keep trying. That is the lesson here.
Yeah. Let us have some good questions, please. Subhashish and I can address the questions. The others can also do it. And we can have some ideas emerging from the end, which we can probably integrate for the case center as well. So we are open for the recommendations or the suggestions as well. Richa, any questions?
Sir, the problem which I faced with a couple of cases which I tried to write was actually with respect to the barrier of language. The case was based on the agriculture marketing one, and the another was certain issues faced by a farmer, which he fortunately, tried to solve with the help of our MAP students. The information which was given by the farmer was good, but not enough to write the case. Compact case I'm talking about. So in this particular case, although the problem was very clearly stated, but because of the lack of an information, it was very difficult for me to put it in a proper format and then to submit it in a very structured way, the way you have mentioned in in your PPT. So how to deal with such kind of
I think, Richa,
cases?
I think all of us would be facing these problems while writing the cases. And it would be more so when it is factual. अब जो मेजर प्रॉब्लम था टाटा ट्रस्ट में वो मुझे डालने नहीं दिया.
ओके.
जो मेजर इशू था टाटा ट्रस्ट में, जो इश्यूज थे या जो मेजर प्रॉब्लम्स थे कि उनका ये प्रॉब्लम था कि वो आगे जाकर स्पोर्ट्स एक्सीलेंस अफोर्ड करेंगे कि नहीं करेंगे, या उसमें वो रहना चाहेंगे कि नहीं रहना चाहेंगे. और हो सकता है कि वो सिर्फ स्पोर्ट्स डेवलपमेंट पे फोकस करें या बच्चों पे फोकस करें या यूथ पे फोकस करें, मार्जिनलाइज्ड. और जो प्रॉब्लम है उस टाइम पे जो था, वो जो रतन टाटा और मिस्त्री साहब के बीच में जो वो फ्यूड चल रहा था,
राइट,
उसकी वजह से जो पूरा ग्रुप था वो टाइट लिप था.
ओके.
और टाटा ट्रस्ट में भी, टाटा ट्रस्ट के अगेंस्ट भी बहुत सारे एलिगेशंस थे कि वो सारे फंड्स जो ये टाटा ग्रुप ऑफ कंपनीज में से या टाटा सन्स में से आते हैं, तो उसका वो उपयोग कैसे करते हैं. क्योंकि प्राइमरीली तो टाटा ट्रस्ट एक फंडिंग ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है. फिर आने वाले सालों में उन्होंने अपने बिजनेस मॉडल में इम्प्रोवाइजेशन करके दे स्टार्टेड पार्टनरिंग एंड इम्प्लीमेंटिंग द प्रोजेक्ट्स आल्सो. तो मैं लेट मी टेल यू दैट जो रियल डिलेमा था वो तो उनके कॉर्पोरेट कम्युनिकेशंस हेड ने एकदम मस्त करके निकाल दिया. आप समझो, अब आप सोचो कि मैंने क्या किया होगा, कैसे इम्प्रोवाइज किया होगा, कैसे अज्यूम किया होगा, कैसे मैंने रिव्यूअर्स को कन्विंस किया होगा. ये प्रॉब्लम्स तो आने वाले हैं. सो कमिंग टू योर पॉइंट हियर, आई थिंक many a times when you do not have adequate data, or you don't have information, or you are not having any more access, or your protagonist is not willing to share any more information with you, you need to make assumptions, and you need to make some propositions, and you need to make some hypotheses as well. Now, this is the solution.
Okay.
I am speaking between the lines here. I hope you understand what I am saying.
I agree, sir. And probably, sir, that the duration wherein you were developing this particular case, there was a Supreme Court hearing which was going on between the case filed by
I can't tell you. See, many a times I have seen some really, I've seen some researchers and case writers getting stuck. कि यार protagonist मुझसे ये share नहीं कर रहा है, या protagonist मुझे लिखने के लिए allow नहीं कर रहा है, तो मैं case कैसे लिखूंगी? अब मैं इसका आंसर तो नहीं दे सकता ना. इसका आंसर तो मैंने आपको दे दिया. जो प्रोटैगनिस्ट बोलेगा वही लिखना है आपको. अगर फैक्चुअल केस है, केस लिस्ट फॉर्म चाहिए, तो यू हैव टू बी वेरी पर्टिकुलर देयर. So you need to make some assumptions. You may have to make way for some information, and all the time you have to take the approval of the protagonist, especially if it happens to be a large group of companies.
Okay.
जैसे हमने हमारे एंटरप्रेन्योर्स के केस में तो थोड़ा लेवरेज किया था. हमारे जो एलुमनाइज थे उनको थोड़ा सा हमने दबाया था. I'm sorry I'm using such language, but then
no.
So
It's okay.
I'm just trying to relate to your issue very clearly. So
thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
एक रिव्यू ने ये भी बोला था कि जो सेकंड केस लिखा था फेटा कार्ड का वो भी हिमांशु का था.
हाँ.
तो एक रिव्यू ने ऐसा भी लिखा था कि इट सीम्स के द ऑथर्स हैव गॉट a very very close access and close relationship with the protagonist. ऐसा कमेंट भी आया था.
Okay.
उसमें क्या करने का, स्माइल करने का कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. क्या इश्यूज है इसके अंदर? हाँ है तो अब है तो लिखा है तो उसमें क्या है? So it seems that you seem to be very close to the protagonist, so that's fine. So you have all the access to him, and you will have all access to what probably he feels. ऐसा है तो बेहतरीन है, but this situation will not be there all the time. बड़ी कंपनी है, आपको एक अच्छी कंपनी के साथ में, जैसे Subhashish was talking about identifying areas or domains or context or topics on where you can probably write case studies. मुझे अगर एक केस लिखना है इलेक्ट्रिक व्हीकल इंडस्ट्री के ऊपर, and I want to target an X company, so I need to be realistic whether I'll be having access to that company or to the protagonist or not. And before I probably talk to him, I need to prepare a proposal. In the case of Tata Trust, we were actually asked to submit a research proposal. Before we got access, so methodology. Before we got access to Neelam Babbar Desai, the head of sports portfolio, and the mail took 1.5 months to probably materialize. Eventually, she said me that you share me a proposal. And we prepared a discussion guide later on. We had themes, we had sub-themes. We talked about thematic analysis earlier. Yes, right? We had a discussion guide.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that helped us to actually build upon the case and the teaching note. We'll be using the same insights to develop the research case. So case research and research case are two different things. So primarily my PhD, I had written a couple of research cases.
Okay, sir.
What we are talking about today in the form of teaching cases are actually case research.
Case research, okay.
Yes, you are looking at qualitative research, you're looking at semi-structured interviews, you're looking at longitudinal research. These are keywords applicable. We actually developed a transcript, we decoded it, we'll be using it to write a research case.
Okay, sir.
You should be knowing how to use NVivo. So it's a gap, it has to be worked upon. ये सारी चीजें हमारे FDP के आउटकम के फॉर्म में निकलनी चाहिए कि भाई अभी ये चीजें बाकी है, ये गैप से इस हम कैसे काम करें, कैसे क्वाली को क्वांटिटी के साथ में इंटीग्रेट करें, कैसे हम हमारे लिए एक निश कैटेगरी में अपना एक जगह बनाएं. So case research for many of us, for colleagues like Subhashish, for Mayur, right, and for some others also, it could actually be a niche area where you can probably develop and do some good research and make it contributory and useful to others. Right? Teaching cases at CPIM is still a challenge. That's a gray area again. क्योंकि वो एक अलग challenge है. Essentially, it's the other way around. You have been teaching cases, using cases in your methodology is very prominent. In our case, it is not. Then you write cases, right, and then you publish them. यहाँ पे उल्टा है. I hope you're getting what I'm saying. I'm sorry for being so blunt, but I'm just trying to probably bring all the problems and issues to the forefront.
I totally agree with you, sir. Totally agree
Right,
with you. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Any more questions?
Thank you.
We can address the questions to Subhashish, to me. You'd love to answer your questions. Nazdeen, Meet, Rajesh, Surbhi, Vedahi, Dipti, Ashwin, Chandni.
I have a question which we generally face. I mean, all of us were trying to write a case. We generally face this problem that once we have collected data, once we, let's say, have interviewed the
Protagonist.
entrepreneur, yes, and we have a data, but we don't know in which direction to take this case. I mean, to associate it with marketing or to strategy or to OB. So how to decide that?
Yeah, Kedar. So
Yes, sir.
this is a question which all of us are facing.
Yes. So
from-
I'm raising it
Yeah.
on behalf of
Yes.
everyone.
And from my limited experience from Emerald and whatever probably I've done in the past, I think so either you deliberate upon. So you have got some theories, or you have got some chapters, or you have got some modules in mind in a subject, and you write a case accordingly after integrating or fusing it with context. Right? So
Okay.
that's one. So you deliberate upon. Second is Tata Trust का जो experience had actually opened up a can of worms. Right?
Okay.
Like what happened is that there was a call for cases in the area of sports management and sports development. And to start with, we did a lot of research of public sources. We tried to understand the area and the domain of sports development and sports research and sports management, sports marketing. We referred to cases. We identified theories and frameworks which have been used in the arena or area of sports management, sports development domain, right? And then we identified the company, right? We took permission. We prepared a research proposal, right? Based on published sources and subsequent interviews, we made some assumptions. So a lot of things actually evolved. So it went beyond sports development. So what started as a call for case in sports development actually looked at the UN SDGs, okay, because it happened to be a major area where Tata Trust wanted to contribute to their sports efforts, right? Through their execution and through their existing business model, we had to relook on the strategy they had executed. So the use of a pyramid strategy, the use of alliances and cooperative strategies, right? Then it probably made us think that, okay, maybe this has to be related to the value chain, this has to be related to the resource-based model. Then the reviewers gave it a new dimension. Reviewers ने बोला कि ये केस जो है, ये आप स्पोर्ट्स डेवलपमेंट के रिलेटेड तो आप कर पा रहे हो, लेकिन आपने स्ट्रेटजी से ठीक से रिलेट नहीं किया है. सो दे हैड देयर ओन सजेशंस. उन्होंने बोला कि आप इसे कॉर्पोरेट गवर्नेंस से रिलेट करो, आप इसे ESG से रिलेट करो, आप इसे शेयर्ड वैल्यू से रिलेट करो. In fact, one of the reviewers went to the extent of sharing a separate attachment with the list of articles from Harvard written by Porter and Kramer on shared value, ESG, and corporate governance. So the work evolved.
Okay.
The work evolved. Eventually, there were several theories which were integrated. So जो खाली पहले स्पोर्ट्स डेवलपमेंट की तरह केस को पोजीशन हम करने वाले थे, उसके अंदर स्ट्रैटेजी इंक्लूड हुआ, उसके अंदर यूएन एसडीजीज इंक्लूड हुआ, उसके अंदर पोर्टर क्रैमर का इनसाइड आउटसाइड इनसाइड लिंकेजेस का मॉडल इंटीग्रेट हुआ. सो इट्स एन इवोल्यूशनरी प्रोसेस. और मैंने ये डिस्कशन केस सेंटर से, केदार से और सुभाषिश से पहले भी किया हुआ है कि मे बी अगर हमारे पास में कोई रेडी डायरेक्टर है जहाँ पे हम जो हमारे सब्जेक्ट्स हैं, हमारे जो एरियाज है मैनेजमेंट में, मार्केटिंग है, फाइनेंस है, स्ट्रैटेजी है, आईटी है, जनरल मैनेजमेंट है, उसमें से अगर हम लोग मॉडल्स आइडेंटिफाई कर लें या थियरीज आइडेंटिफाई कर लें या फ्रेमवर्क्स आइडेंटिफाई कर लें जिन्हें हम रेडी डायरेक्टर की तरह केसेस में यूज कर सकते हैं, तो इट वुड बी फैंटास्टिक. द ओनली थिंग इज दैट वी जस्ट नीड टू देन रीड or we need to align the content with the research where we would probably want to make an impact. Kedar, I hope I'm making sense.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
है ना? And maybe Subhashish can probably add something to it, or Mayur or anybody else.
Mitra sir, you have
I
actually
think
highlighted a very
finance में second
Sir, let me finish. Mitra sir has actually highlighted a very interesting and contemporary topic to write a case. Vaccine war, AstraZeneca, BioNTech. Abhinav sir, I have a question. See, many a time we are writing the case, probably promoting our own brand, trying to highlight the Indian market, which ultimately leads to the, conflict of interest related to the acculturation, because the reviewer having the different ethnicity, they belong to the Western culture. And this results into less acceptance or giving a major revisions into the cases. So when we are basically trying to figure out writing the cases on such a contemporary issues, what are your suggestions to certain points that I need to
think-
take into the consideration?
रिचा, एक तो जो previous जो अभी ये जो discussion हुआ, केदार ने बताया, सुभाषिश ने बताया, बाकी सब ने बताया. So there is one word which comes to my mind: patience. Right?
Okay.
And yes, now as a researcher, we need to be smart also. So the best way to probably align your work is to look at call for papers.
Okay.
And call for cases. So अगर वो theme या अगर वो जो call है आपके area of interest से match करता है, तो आपका काम आसान हो जाएगा.
Okay.
उसके बावजूद भी प्रॉब्लम हो सकता है, क्योंकि टाटा ट्रस्ट का जो केस था वो स्पोर्ट्स मैनेजमेंट, स्पोर्ट्स डेवलपमेंट का था. फिर भी रिव्यूअर ने बोला कि मुझे स्ट्रेटजी में कच्चा लगता है केस. अरे भाई, स्पोर्ट्स मैनेजमेंट, स्पोर्ट्स डेवलपमेंट के केस में आप स्ट्रेटजी के ऊपर क्यों आप मुझे परेशान कर रहे हो? तो
Exactly.
तो एट टाइम्स यू हैव टू अकोमोडेट, बट देयर इज अ लर्निंग, इट्स अ लर्निंग कर्व.
Okay.
If you take it up as a challenge, maybe it probably makes sense, because the point is that the moment I also integrate UN SDGs in it, और SDGs में जो 17 जो उसके डिक्टम्स हैं या कमांडमेंट्स हैं, राइट, जो गोल्स हैं, उनके अंदर स्पोर्ट्स का कहीं जिक्र नहीं है. तो स्पोर्ट्स का जो रोल है वो सपोर्टिव है.
Okay.
ओलंपिक एसोसिएशन का लॉबी था या जो भी था, बट देन कोई डायरेक्ट गोल अलाइनमेंट या कॉन्ग्रुएंस नहीं है.
नहीं है, अग्री.
बराबर है ना? तो अगर मैंने यूएन एसडीजीज को डेलिबरेटली स्पोर्ट्स डेवलपमेंट के केस में इंटीग्रेट किया, तो जायज है कि एक स्ट्रेटेजिक रिव्यूअर है, वो उसके अंदर कॉर्पोरेट गवर्नेंस या ईएसजी लाएगा ही लाएगा. तो आप समझो, कहीं ना कहीं तो जो हो रहा है वो आपको समझ में आना चाहिए, जैसे पैटर्न.
अग्री सर.
और लंबा प्रोसेस है. मुझे तो 6 महीने में मेरा केस एक्सेप्ट हुआ, लेकिन इतनी मेहनत करी तो मुझे 6 महीना भी लगा कि बहुत ज्यादा टाइम लगा है. तो बट देन if I look at in hindsight, then 6 months is less time. So the efforts are phenomenal, right? Case लिखने के टाइम में you have to keep everything apart. I must have madly sat for 4-5 days together to rewrite the teaching note and the case based on the reviewers' comments.
Okay, sir.
होता है ऐसा, और बहुत सी बार तो 24 hours within hour, couple of hours भी टर्न अराउंड किया है. So it will all come with experience. Reviewers के ऊपर कंट्रोल नहीं है, लेकिन एडिटर इन चीफ रेबेका और माइकल की बात करो तो बहुत सपोर्टिव है. आपका काम अच्छा है, आपके काम में प्रॉमिस है, और अगर वो सिग्निफिकेंट है, रिलेवेंट है, कोई मेजर नए इशू को या कंटेक्स्ट को या डिलेमा को या सिचुएशन को एड्रेस करता है, तो वो उसे एम्ब्रेस करेंगे, गले लगाएंगे. आप समझे? तो यूनिट एंड और कोलैबोरेट करिए, हो सके तो कोलैबोरेट करिए. डोंट वर्क इन आइसोलेशन. जितना ज्यादा आप कोलैबोरेट करेंगे उतना ज्यादा एक्सेप्टेंस होगा काम का, उतना ज्यादा वो मल्टी डिसिप्लिनरी होगा. Right? So there's a rationale behind it also. And whether or not you like it or not, आपकी अंग्रेजी अच्छी हो या खराब हो या फैंटास्टिक हो या ऑसम हो या गुड हो, जैसी भी हो, ग्रामरली यूज करो.
Okay.
और अगर बहुत ही पर्टिकुलर हो तो ग्रामरली का प्रीमियम वर्जन यूज करो, पैसे देकर ग्रामरली का प्रीमियम वर्जन यूज करो. जैसे केदार ने बोला कि if you're looking for good publishing and you want to publish without paying a single penny, then certain things you'll have to manage on your own. Which also means that you should not bat an eyelid if you want to take the help of professional services, if required. क्योंकि as a part of your long-term research strategy, you will not be able to accomplish anything alone. You will only be able to create magic by working together, and very important, by strategically outsourcing wherever it is required. So this is what I feel. I may be wrong. These are my views.
Yes.
So, Richa, so I hope
No.
you found them useful.
Thank you, sir.
Hmm?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Mayur, you had
Yes,
something
sir.
to say.
Got your point.
Yeah, thank you. Mayur?
अच्छा sir, I was saying that in fact these journals do accept cases written in Indian context. I think the name of the journal is Emerging Market Case
Yeah,
Studies. So
actually,
they
you
do
brought across a very important point here. देखो ऐसा होता है कि मैंने पूरी रामायण की बात करी और राम की बात नहीं करी. एमरल्ड का जो इमर्जिंग मार्केट्स केस स्टडीज का जर्नल है, उसमें आप जो केस लिखोगे वो सिर्फ इमर्जिंग मार्केट्स से रिलेटेड होना चाहिए. फिर वो इंडिया हो कि चाइना हो कि साउथ अफ्रीका हो कि ब्राजील हो कि रशिया हो, आपको डेलिबरेटली केस आपको इमर्जिंग इकोनॉमीज के कंटेक्स्ट में ही लिखना है. अगर आप यूएस बेस्ड या यूरोप बेस्ड केस लिखोगे तो नहीं चलेगा. हाँ, अगर आप यूएस बेस्ड कंपनी की स्ट्रेटेजी डिस्कस कर रहे हो फ्रॉम इंडियन कंटेक्स्ट पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू तो चलेगा. तो इमर्जिंग मार्केट्स केस स्टडीज के अंदर जो आप केस लिख रहे हैं वो इमर्जिंग इकोनॉमीज से ही रिलेटेड होने चाहिए. So that's a valid point. Mayur, thanks for bringing it to the.
Actually, Richa asked, so I just came to know. I think nowadays journals are accepting the cases written in Indian context, मतलब emerging economies context.
Absolutely. So there are a lot of problems in India, na?
So we can find a lot of stuff.
A lot of good opportunities to write a case.
True.
नहीं?
Yes, sir.
You name it and you have it. You have a problem coming up every day, whether it is coming from Baba Ramdev, whether it is coming from Amit Kumar, whether it is coming from the Bollywood industry, whether it is coming from the vaccine scenario, whether it is. So you read, you come across something which you probably find interesting, and there's a problem you want to work on.
I think healthcare is an area where a lot of cases can be written in Indian context now.
But better to have a focus, because once you start writing, better to have a focus, better to have a synergy. It should complement your existing work, unless you're doing it deliberately. Yeah. Any more questions? Dipti? Nazneen? Dipti?
No, sir. Actually, I was just thinking about one point. You said that the case study is very dry. There was one comment.
हाँ, बेइज्जती कर दी थी यार.
But sir, finance की case study तो dry होती है.
नहीं तो आप उसमें कोट्स डालिए, आप उसमें थोड़ा ड्रामा डालिए. मैंने आपके साथ में माइकल गोल्डमैन का केस शेयर किया है, राइट? आई शेयर्ड यू अ केस एंड टीचिंग नोट ऑफ माइकल गोल्डमैन, ब्राइट रॉक, इफ आई एम नॉट मिस्टेकन, राइट? तो आप देखिए कि एक सीरियस इशू को वो कैसे डील करते हैं. तो ऐसा जरूरी नहीं है कि फाइनेंस के केस में आप ड्रामा या आप स्टोरी या आप कोट्स नहीं इंटीग्रेट कर सकते हो. आप डेफिनेटली कर सकते हो. उल्टा ज्यादा प्रॉब्लम्स होते हैं, ज्यादा लोचे होते हैं, ज्यादा कंट्रोवर्सीज होती है, ज्यादा. I should not get into the nitty-gritties. Sandeep is listening, so I have to be careful here. So
don't worry.
Yeah, मैं भूल गया sir. I'm sorry. So Dipti, there is, when you're writing a teaching case or when you're writing a discussion-based research case में ड्रामा, केस में कोट्स होने ही चाहिए. आप उसमें कोटेशंस डालेंगे, थोड़ा सा आप उसे स्टोरी फॉर्म में लिखेंगे, वो इंश्योर करेगा कि वो ड्राई ना हो. राइट दीप्ति?
ओके सर.
उसमें आप प्रोटैगनिस्ट या मेजर कैरेक्टर्स कोट्स या कोटेशंस डाल सकते हैं. वैदेही?
ओके.
एनी क्वेश्चंस? वैदेही? ओके, या. सो Priyanka, over to you.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much for that discussion there.
Yeah, thank you for the opportunity.
Sir, it is for the collective good. So I'll hand it over to Sivashi, sir. Actually, he's
right. Please.
Abhinav, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I would like to quickly add first my comment on the whole series, and I am very, very happy I could participate, except
Please,
one
sir.
which I missed.
It was an honor for
Yeah,
all of
and
us.
as far as today's session is concerned, I have two suggestions for the whole team.
Yeah, please.
One is that I observe that the junior faculties are always busy completing their PhD. So they have less time to read extra and think of topics related to cases,
Right.
which is very obvious. So what I suggest is that the senior team should, because they read more, they should come out with a suggestive list of topics where collaborative cases can be written.
Absolutely, sir.
And to junior faculty, my request is that please be open to collaborate with the senior faculty.
Right.
Because this is the trend which I observed with IIM cases also, that there is always a pairing of a junior and a senior faculty when they write cases.
Okay.
And that is kind of not just collaboration, but an encouragement to prepare the next generation of faculty for the
Absolutely, sir.
betterment of the institute.
Absolutely, sir. You struck upon a very important point.
So my suggestion to all the junior faculty members is that once you are almost through with your PhD, please focus on case research, and please be open to collaborate with the senior members. That would be wonderful. And I'm sure that will take our institute to new heights. So that's my comment. And thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Sandeep ji. Subhashish?
Subhashish sir, do we have you?
I have nothing more to add.
Okay, so
actually my audio is not working properly. I cannot hear half the things being said currently.
Oh,
so
okay.
आप भी मेरी बात शायद सुन नहीं पाओगे.
नहीं, हम सुन पा रहे हैं सर.
सुन पा रहे हैं? ठीक है.
जी सर.
So I believe there are no more questions. So Priyanka ma'am, can we wind up the session?
Yes, sir, absolutely. So, since we are not physically present, I would like to offer a vote of thanks online. So, a vote of thanks to actually everybody who has participated in the session and made it absolutely fruitful. It was difficult because we've been discussing this online, and it is not as fun as meeting and discussing the same. But yes, it was absolutely fruitful, and thank you everybody for your amazing patience. Abhinav sir, thank you for the opportunity for letting us conduct a faculty enrichment program, and we would like to continue doing the same, of course, in the upcoming year. Hopefully, when we get back to college.
Priyanka?
Yes, sir.
The FDP has given me a lot of ideas, so I'll be bringing it to the discussion mode soon.
Sure, sir. Thank you so much.
Right.
And we will, yes, sir. We will soon be issuing certificates to all the members who have participated.
And
so,
you may share the recording or the PPTs as required to
yes,
all
sir.
the
Yes,
participants.
yes, sir, definitely. So what we'll do is we'll perhaps share the link to the drive where the PPTs or where the sessions have been recorded, and whoever wishes to can actually go through the same once again. PPTs and every other material that has been used for the same will be shared definitely. So thanks a lot, everybody. It was wonderful having you here with us. We'll hopefully meet again for another faculty development program in a few months' time, perhaps. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, everyone.